Okay guys, so what we're going to be doing today is looking at defending the space outside of our box and defending the area from long balls over the top, so counter-attacking balls or just kicks over the top. So at the moment the red team are our teammates and we're out of possession. So you can see there's no pressure on the ball. Obviously half of the teams are not represented here because I just couldn't be asked to put them in. What we need to do, number one, is look for the danger, which obviously right here is number 9, who's playing on the shoulder of number 2, the left centre back, and number 11, who is well behind the shoulder of the left back, number 5. Number 3 is playing everyone onside. So when the ball is in their half and past the centre circle, not the centre spot, the centre circle, I encourage my keepers to play at the edge of their D. Now this isn't a 100% rule, so it's how you feel that your physical capabilities can deal with coming forwards and dealing with the ball. So if you want to play a little bit deeper, you can. I would say between the D and the penalty spot, so anywhere in this space. You can play a little bit higher if you want to, but anywhere in this space here. Okay, so right now I'm just going to put him on the edge of the box. Now, if the ball comes over, it's a long ball and it's coming through and it looks like number 9 is going to be getting there first, and it's a 1v1 where the defenders aren't in a position between you and the ball to help out. It makes it into a 1v1. What we have to do from here is drop. And our first point of dropping would be just between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box, so between 9 to 7 yards, not quite on the line of the 6 yards but not too close towards the penalty spot. I would drop into that space here and make sure that you are in the angle to cover the middle of the goal. So if you draw a line from there, we should be about here. And that's where we re-engage from. Now, depends on where this ball goes. If they take a heavy touch and it comes out wide and they're attacking from this angle, we don't necessarily need to come flying out. We can stay and judge accordingly to each touch from here. If it's more of a central attack, again, we're here and then we can attack the space depending on the touches, and it might be that we come almost to the penalty spot to make the block. Now there is an instance where we don't necessarily wait in this 9 to 7 yard space, and that would be if we go back to where we were. If we have an 11 striker, they play a 2 up top, or if it's a winger and the ball comes out wide, where the ball gets played out wide and 11 is onto it, at this point we drop in onto the 6 because it's a wide angled 1v1, and we hold in line with the 6 until we judge that we can come forwards, because if we come flying out we start here. So we're in that middle space between the penalty spot and the 6 yards. We're actually just opening up ourselves for a pass across if someone came to support, or a back post chip. Okay, so you can stay on that just inside the 6 if you want to here, because the angle is always working against the striker if they're coming from the side. Now, my rough rule would be 2 yards past your post. So if the ball's sort of like 2-3 yards past your post, that's when you can stay in this position. If it starts coming out in towards the half space, so halfway between your D and the edge of your 18 corner, that's when you can drop into this just inside the 6. Because then again we're talking about those angles, and if it was a 1v1 and it was a shot, this angle is a lot smaller to hit than an angle here, because the goal is going to be much bigger the more central you are to the goal, to the pitch. Okay, this obviously right now is an 11-a-side pitch and 11-a-side dimensions, but the principles are exactly the same for smaller format football. So if we're playing, 9-a-side or 7-6-a-side, same thing. I would encourage my younger goalkeepers playing at those smaller sided games to play high. So I would encourage you to stand outside the D or stand in your D if that ball is past past the centre circle, if it's in this part here. Because typically younger football, they're not going to be able to score from that sort of range. They're not as physically able. The older you get, then we need to start taking into account how far the ball is from the goal and what sort of kicking capabilities the opposition have, and our own physical capabilities, if we can recover quick enough or if we can get out there quick enough. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Again, every time we are dropping off, if we can't get that ball and we have to drop, we are judging each touch. So we're not just going to be waiting the entire time. They'll all be different, these 1v1s. You have to constantly consider what's happening with the touch of the striker. If it's a heavier touch, then that gives you time to come forwards. If they've got the ball under control quite well, you could still come forward slowly, very, very small, quick steps. And it's almost set position to set position in case a shot comes. Okay?